Alright, hopefully we're good now. We're A-okay. I don't know what the issue was. Sorry about being late, about a half hour later than I usually stream, but OBS was like totally freaking out on just not letting me see my background. I could see my webcam, I could see the little Streamlabs indicator with like the follows, I could see my little Thalia, but I could not see like my desktop at all. I couldn't see Moto, I couldn't see my background. I couldn't see like just an Internet Explorer page or like the chat box over here. I don't know what the issue was, but looked up some jank YouTube tutorials until someone figured out an answer to it, which I'm not super confident in, but hopefully it lasts me until like this league at least. I'll go back and investigate further later. Anyway, let's just get going since I'm already late, and this stream's definitely gonna drag on into the night. Hopefully we get a quick one through. Yeah, nothing to say about the list. It's the same list I've been playing for a while now. I'm pretty happy with it as it sits right now. The only considerations I've been thinking about is doing something different with the Graveyard Hate package, whether it's like shaving some to lean heavier into other matchups, possibly adding a 24th land or a Remorseful Cleric to the main deck, but the main deck and the sideboard feel like pretty rock solid for me, and I don't really know what I would be cutting. Anyhow, thanks, Lasco. I appreciate it. Good to see ya. Let's play some Legacy. Trying to think of. So, I'm pretty sure you and Phil are the only dedicated D&T 2 stuff. I mean, I guess that's fair. I mean, there's still like Vincent, right? Pleasant Kenobi, who he's more of a YouTube guy than a Twitch guy, but he does stream Twitch. And I guess if we're talking Legacy D&T though, he does a lot more modern stuff as well. So to say people like Cat Mix and Spider Space, and K-Pawns, but I think those are all modern, like mostly exclusively modern streamers. Yeah, I mean Phil's kind of been playing everything too recently, which is kind of cool. All right. Is this thing not situated right? There we go. That's where it's supposed to be. Eesh, this hand sucks. 5 is a lot of lands. 1 is not a lot of lands, but I think on a 6, with like 3 castable spells and like a scry and we're on the draw, this is totally fine. Keep easy. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like, just very like D&T specialized streamers. Like, I would be happy doing donation deck lists, but I'm not popular enough to have a sponsor. I'm not buying a million different decks on Moto. Ooh, lands? This hand sucks against lands. Could be 4-color Loam. This hand's slightly better against 4-color Loam. Oh, 4-color Loam indeed. Well, instead of playing Vile, we are going to Swords of Plowshares the Dark Confidant. Because I am definitely not letting that live. I assume Lomer Boy's going to walk in, like, within 5 minutes, because he always manages to know, like, some sort of psychic connection with Loam players. Just knows when, when I'm playing against Loam. My opponent has, like, a Liliana. This is going to get really bad for me. Man, if we have Revoker, though, it gets really bad for my opponent. Well, this is bad. We're going to discard this Thalia. We're not going to use it. What's the last card in their hand? Phil actually monitored me. I honestly don't know why. Well, I mean, Usually if you're in... I mean, like, if you're in the stream long enough for certain people, they're like, oh, you're around a lot. You'd be okay. I mean, police people and all that. Thanks, Moxall. Got a walk Army of Thalia out of here, too. Were you guys fighting in the other whatever, in Phil's stream as well? I know that happens from time to time. Alright, what am I playing here? Everything sucks into Thalia, or into Lily. I think I might just develop a Vial, but it might be too slow. I can kind of force it to Edict, though. Discard the Thalia, next turn, like, cast Stoneforge, Vial, and Mom. Doesn't sound horrible. Could play the Mom here. Maybe that was right instead, but my opponent didn't want to discard, so I'm kind of concerned that the last card is, like, Abrupt. I guess if it's Abrupt Decay, that's going to kill my Vial here. Oh, deal. Assassin's Trophy. It's not much of a fight. That's fair. So they didn't want to discard their Assassin's Trophy, I imagine. We are going to just snap, get rid of this Thalia. And then probably Stoneforge plus Mom next turn. Then discard this Flicker Wisp. This Crusader might do something if my opponent can't find Punishing Fire. I could also discard whatever I find on the Stoneforge. Not sure. Could also flicker a Mox Diamond and blow it up. A lot of options here. Flickering Mox Diamond and blowing up takes my opponent off of basically nothing besides future Lilies. Then they Edict it. It's at 2. You still can't, like, quite play Crusader. Just kind of a... just kind of a beatdown. Totally one-sided. I guess maybe I grab Batterskull and just plan on sacking the Mom. Oh, Batterskull's not super good against... They might not Edict either. Could grab Sword to protect against Punishing Fire in the future. I hate just grabbing Batterskull. Depending on this how this turn turns out, I could also just discard it. Or I could use Flicker Wisp to reset it, if anything. Might just discard a Crusader. This Army of Thalia, the control. Possibly. I remember him saying he was playing blue-white in Standard in Arena. But then he talked about how much he hated it in Modern, and, like, playing against Miracles and Legacy. So I don't know. Alright. So my opponent plays their land, so... Oh, they're Edicting me, too? They just have nothing, so we're just going to discard this Mom and get a Batterskull into play. This seems fine. There's a chance that, like, maybe the Mom was just worth sticking around, and then we can just deploy guys after that. But I think I like Batterskull just with having Flicker Wisp and stuff in hand as well. Could also play Flicker Wisp here, Flicker Wisp plus Skull. Do I need to, though? It makes me draw the Just. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I want to be able to take this Lily off the board. Maybe we just get aggressive. My opponent is literally hellbent. But we're going to have to discard our last card, which would be this Crusader. I could just discard this Wasteland instead on the next plus. That might be better. Because I like all the cards in my hand right now, kind of. The Mirror Crusader could be bad if my opponent finds P-Fire. So maybe the play is just put the pedal to the metal, try to get them dead before they draw it. Alright, well, they're drawing nothing good. Might need to just flicker out this Dried Arbor to kill the Lily on the spot. Depends on what we draw. Another Stone Forge. Could also flicker. I can flicker a lot of things. I think we're just going to take the Lily off the table. Now we can Stoneforge for the Sword of Fire and Ice. Start protecting my guys from a P-Fire or something. A Knight. Could get moderately annoying. Could just go over it with the Wisp, I guess, but then they're gonna go find like a Maze of Ith. The Cabal Pit's already in the grave. They don't have that much more in terms of like tutoring stuff. Tron yeah, a lot of people do hate Tron quite a bit. I guess let's just try to get in the beats, play Crusader. So we need to dodge Punishing Fire a little bit more. We can like have Crusader and have a sword on our Wisp or something to make a bunch of things that my opponent has to deal with. It's not great for me. One more lane and I could have actually just equipped and chunked them for like 15. But I'll have to make do with... Oh no, I couldn't have, because they can still knight for the maze. They can get maze, prevent 4 damage. H Dyer 97, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, they maze the Mirror Crusader. They take 3. Grab sword. Sword also means if we find like a Rashadan Port or a Wasteland for this maze, then we just get to absolutely murder them with this Mirror Crusader. Unfortunately, like this Dark Confidant is going to draw them a bunch of cards, and it could find them Punishing Fire or something, which could get very gross. Green Sun, I don't think is scary. Can they get anything besides just more knights? Like, go ahead, get a Gaddock Teague. Be my guest. Alright, last card in hand is Grove. Or not Grove, they play Grove. Last card in hand is Green Sun. If we draw a Wasteland or Port, they just die on the spot. I think. Go get another Knight. Knight of Autumn, oh man. Didn't think about that. Oh, well. Batterskull's dead, but that one wasn't super important, because we just get to keep the sword now. So sure, I guess. feel like they should have saved that for the, like, a turn that I had this sword in play, right? Because I don't think that Battle School is doing a lot. So like now I can chunk them for 4 a turn, right? Equip the sword to the Flicker Wisp, and I just attack with both, and now they have to maze the Wisp, because it's just way scarier. The humans list running around Legacy legit, or are they too lacking compared to D&T? They're actually, like, pretty legit, I've seen. I've been talking with a lot of the people that have been kind of brewing up the deck, and I only played it once on stream, I think, mostly because I had to double down on practicing D&T for these big tournaments that I've been having. But I think it definitely has legs. It's got, like, a lot of powerful synergies in it. And, like, just can take an aggressive slant that D&T just can't. Yeah, I personally just like the play patterns of a deck like D&T a little bit more, but that's the same as in Modern. Alright, well, we have to fade some draws, but Forkler Loom has, like, a decent amount of air in it. Do they even have any more, like, useful lands? They might just be thinning their deck and making the night bigger at this point. Go find, like, a third Grove. Just a pile of them. Oh, they probably need to find a Forest or Plains, though, right? So they can keep knighting. Stoneforge Package helps. Yeah, that's also true. Stoneforge Package is very powerful. Yeah, they're just gonna knight for more things. But they're making themselves, like, more dead. Now, they only have, like, possibly 2 turns to live, assuming this Bob deals them at least 1 damage. But they're gonna draw, like, 2 cards before then. I got nothing. I have no abilities that can activate. Ooh, second Bob, that's great for me. If they attack with the Knight, I just block with Stoneforge. If they attack with a Dark Confidant, I just definitely let through them at 28. Hashtag unban Stoneforge for sure. Unban Stoneforge in Modern, please. I would love it. Yeah. Definitely putting Stoneforge in front of a 9/9. So they have 1 unknown in their hand. If it's, like, exactly Punishing Fire, this game comes down to drawing Wasteland or Shodden Port or Flicker Wisp. All 3 of which are lethal, and we have 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, Vindicate, rude. Playing that second Bob seems very aggressive. They are going to 4 this turn. Oh, never mind, they're just dead. Cool. We had like 10 outs to just straight up kill them, so. Cool beans. But yeah, I don't think they should have played that Bob. I think even if I didn't draw Wasteland there, they were going to die before I was at that point. Alright. These. Jesus, sporting like 11 cards for this matchup. So I was actually talking about surgical extraction with one of the guys that I played against at the 40 Duels tournament. He plays 4-color Loam a lot, I guess. And he brought up a pretty reasonable point that, like, games that your opponent doesn't draw Punishing Fire, like that one, are just so much more favored for Death and Taxes that it might be reasonable to bring in Punishing Fire just because it hedges against the draws that they do have Punishing Fire, which is just incredibly scary to play against. Because if my opponent had drawn Punishing Fire at any stage in that game, it could have easily like just all gone downhill. So I think it might be worth like the one extra deck slot. Because right now I usually do cut all the Thalias, cut all the Moms, cut a Stoneforge and a Jite for these 10 cards. I'm still not even sure that bringing in Hallowed Spirit Keeper and Rest in Peace in the same matchup is good. But Hallowed Spirit Keeper is so good in the hands that you don't draw Rest in Peace. But anyway, I could definitely buy that like bringing in Surgical is better than something. I also realize how horribly I throw off my curve in this matchup. Let's like balance this curve out. Just max out on the 3-drop slot. Just nothing early. So where do I want? What do I want instead of the Surgical? There's a possibility that 6 removal spells is too many. I think they only play like 12 creatures, right? 4 Knight, 4 Bob, and like a plethora of Green Sun targets. There's also a possibility that Revoker's not great, just given how fragile it is. And how you have to, like, do a lot of guesswork in hitting things, but, like, being able to snipe Mox Diamonds and stuff is really nice. Yeah, I guess there's also a possibility that I can cut a Crusader, because it's really miserable against Punishing Fire. It was really good there, though. Let's just battle D&T stream. I think me and Phil talked about that a while ago. I remember he said he'd give me a diploma if I beat him. This matchup is so anemic, I might keep this hand. This hand is really bad against Bob, but it's pretty decent against everything else. And, like, most of the ways I lose this matchup are specifically because of, just, like, being short on resources, and then my opponent, like, wastelands me and have a game. I'm gonna keep this hand. Might not be correct, but I'm still experimenting a lot in the 4-color low matchup. Still, like, trying to figure out my sideboard plans. Figure out what a keepable hand looks like. Well, that makes it a lot more keepable. Also, my opponent not having Mox Diamond on turn 1 makes this matchup, or makes this game phenomenally easier for me. Movement started by Strangly. Oh yeah, Legacy's greatest 3-2 for 3. Too bad I can't play a Wasteland Strangle in this format. Wow, that seems aggressive, opponent. Just turn 2 Punishing Fire in my face. Guess I'm surgicaling that. Wow, that's a hand. Hang on, let me screenshot this so I can get a feel for my opponent's deck. Should we go to a game 3? Double Golgari Charm, Knight of Autumn, Queen Marchesa. Pretty decent against my hand. That Punishing Fire seemed needlessly aggressive. Like, Relic Order enough to go to 1 Mirror and consider 1 Spirit Keeper, do a Punishing Fire and Rip. I could buy that. Relic Order is, like, okay. It's exactly Mox Diamond, right? And sometimes a library if they have one. Whew. So just playing a Second Pearl 2 seems pretty strong here. My opponent's only answers are 2 Swords of Plowshares, a Vindicate, and a Smattering. I think that's a lot of Planeswalkers. Wow, my opponent has a ton of Planeswalkers. A Johnny Vengeant, 3 Liliana of the Veil, 1 Liliana of Last Hope, a Vraska. Right. I just want to get on the board so my opponent can't just, like, play Queen Marchesa uncontested. Like, we can kill it, but I want to take the Monarchy after. And all my Flicker Wisps die to Golgari Charm. So I think I'm just going to run this out. To be honest, I don't exactly know the text on Queen Marchesa, though. So I just know you become the Monarch, and if your opponent's the Monarch, you get, like, 1/1 Death Touchers or something. New Vraska? Yeah. Vraska Gorgon Queen or whatever. Golgari Queen. Am I supposed to attack here? Yeah, they don't have, like, flash guys. As much as I really don't want to wasteland that Tabernacle, I might need to. Do have 2 Loams in their deck. Hopefully they just, like, cast Marchesa here and we can plow it and take Monarchy or something, right? If they cast a big, scary Planeswalker, it could be a lot worse for me. Vindicate. That's pretty bad for me. I almost want to path this Sanctum Prelate just to get more land. I think I'm going to. Kind of choked on mana. We have 2 removal spells for their 1 Queen Marchesa in hand. Turn this Sanctum Prelate into a basic Plains. Crusader only dies to, what, double Golgari Charm? Although they can't, like, Golgari Charm yet. They can't Golgari Charm and deploy a Queen Marchesa. They're pretty far away from that mana. I can almost just play this Batter Skull. I guess Crusader's the best beater, especially because all the Punishing Fires are dead. Let's do it like that. I want to leave this Wasteland up just in case. I won't be able to plow a Vraska if they play it, but I can just untap and do that, and I want to keep this Wasteland protected from an opposing Wasteland or something. So 4 of the cards in their hand are Golgari Charm, Knight of Autumn, Queen Marchesa. They just have exactly 1 unknown. They could be planning on double Golgari Charming my Mirran Crusader. That would actually be kind of bad for me, because I need to get stuff on the board in order to take the Monarchy back. I think I might just Wasteland one of their non. I'll Wasteland their White Source. If they want to do that plan, they can go ahead. Alright, later, Lasco. Have a good one. So this just kind of forces their hand. If they want to do the double Golgari Charm play. Yeah. And then we can just redeploy with guys. Yep. I guess we just plow this. Get it out of the way right now. We need to draw another land to be able to, like, I know we can just take the Monarchy with the Flicker Wisp, right? Because that's flying. We drew the land. I'm just gonna like constantly flicker out these 2 Flicker Wisps, I think. Could flicker out their lands, but don't really care about that. I could also flicker out like the Tabernacle or something if I need to, but I don't want to like be taxing myself too badly on their Tabernacle because I need to be able to cast these Council's Judgments. And they've already also used all of their -1/-1 hate. It doesn't even look like they have a Deluge, unless I'm blind. Yeah, so they just get to draw a card, and then they immediately lose this Marchesa. So we just Council's Judgment it. And take the Monarchy. This thing is haste. It's kind of cool. Alright, now we have the Monarchy. Just constantly flicker these wisps in and out of existence. So all we know is that they have Knight of Autumn in hand. That was one of their last 2 cards, so... that's not that rude. Yeah, they can kill the Wisp. Then we just we just finish it off. We know their last card is Knight of Autumn. It's gonna blow up their Mox Diamond, I guess. Could flicker out the Tabernacles, I don't have to pay 1, but I don't think that matters a lot. Go grab Sword. Oh, right, I have Monarchy, I forgot about that. I can even, like, port them off of casting this Knight of Autumn ever. That might be their, like, last fetchable white source. We wastelanded a scrub land. Alright, cool, they're just done. That seemed pretty good for me. Let me look at this deck some more. With chat here. So 2 Decay, 1 Trophy, interestingly. 3 P-Fires. Yeah, it doesn't look like they were on the one of Deluge that people are usually on. But yeah, the 1 Knight of Autumn, 1 Queen Marchesa. They were just on max 4 drops. Queen Marchesa, Johnny Vengeant. Like, Vraska, Golgari Queen. 4 Lilianas, 1 Last Hope. 3 Veil. 2 Loams, 2 Plows, 1 Vindicate. It seems like pretty stock. 4 Bobs. But yeah, I think I'm starting to get a hang of the 4-color loam matchup, and it's just like you play for the long game because this deck has no early game. The early game is if they get out of hand with like Mox Diamond starts of like turn 2 Planeswalker, turn 3 Planeswalker or whatever, and then you just can't keep you can't catch up, and that's what cards like Cataclysm are for. Just blow up a bunch of their Planeswalkers. But I think like boarding out most of your early game is fine. I'm starting to get a lot more comfortable in that matchup for sure. Just need Lomer boy in chat here to come berate my opponent for just punishing firing my face on turn 2 and getting it surgically extracted. It's so cold in my room. I don't know where you guys out in chat are in, but St. Louis, it just suddenly became winter overnight, and it's just the most, just the worst thing in the world. It's suddenly just freezing. Bryant Cook. I wonder what Bryant Cook could be playing. That was a terrible ass punishing fire. It was really bad. It was maybe the worst punishing fire I've ever seen. Maybe the ones that were at my face when I had a Stoneforge in play with a Batter Skull and a Sword of Fire and Ice next to it, unequipped. Maybe those were worse punishing fires. Well, we won the die roll, so that's something. We have turn 2. We have Thalia. I guess not turn 2, because we have no lands. We'd have to turn 3. Let's mulligan. Alright, well, this is a keep. This is a keep, and hope I don't die on turn 1 and or get Thought Seized. Oh, opponent mulliganed. Sick. We don't want the third Caracas. Don't really play around Massacre, I guess. Alright. Please no Thoughtseize or killing me. Would appreciate neither of those things. Just ponder. Ponder, pass the turn. Oh, nope, that's a black mana. Man. Why don't Storm players ever have the duress against Death and Taxes? At least we get to, like, revoke our LED. We have, like, another marginal hate card. Thalia. Dang. Lion's Eye Diamond. Probably not going to be good enough, but we will try. I think I'm going to just Stoneforge for Batter Skull here. Rather than Lotus Petal place Sword of Fire and Ice. Oh dear. Well, we might not get that chance. My opponent might just be like Dark Ray Adnausing or something. Or Rite of Flame, Dark Red Adnaz. Pretty good. Oh, wait. Oh, Burning Wish empty. Can we beat that? No, storm count of... It's 14 goblins. I don't think we can beat that, but I'm really bad at Empty the Warren's math. So, next turn we take 12, go to 8, but then we can put in a Batter Skull. My Revoker's dead, though. And I can only block one thing. And there are 12 of them. I can block 1, take 11, gain 4, which is 7. I think I live at 1 life, right? Hey, that helps me live too. Next turn I can even, like, put sword on the batter skull. And before Tendrils for lethal. Oh no. Just Dark Root Tendrils his last 2 cards. I wonder if I'm supposed to play around that. Probably not. This is 12. I guess I could. So this is 11. Minus 4, 7. I'll go to 1, right? Well, if they just Tendrils and I have to apply my own German, I'm still dying, so. I wonder if I wasn't supposed to plow specifically because I didn't do the math that they were exactly, like, plowing them puts an extra turn on my clock, because they're at 9 instead of 8 now. Didn't think about that. Because I don't think the difference between, like, 1 and 2 or 7 and 8 here mattered at all. May have given my opponent a window to kill me. Also, if they found, like, Burning Wish for Pulverize or something, I forget. Math is hard. Yeah, I may. Hopefully, it just doesn't come back to, like, burn me horribly. How do I want to do this? I guess play out a Flicker Wisp? Can't recruit anything relevant. I just play out Flicker Wisp to make sure I have lethal next turn, assuming they can, like, shatter all of my equipment or something, or bounce the batter skull. Although the sword also does that. Just kill a goblin, whatever. Hopefully I don't get fucked over by casting an irrelevant source of plowshares. I'd be impressed at 1 life with 4 cards in hand, but you never know. I think like Burning Wish for something could have. What is? Let me make sure I know what Pulverize does. You may sack 2 mountains. Okay, they need to find another. You may sack 2 mountains and then you get a Shatterstorm. Would need to have a land there as well. All right. Stole game 1 there, so that's nice. Just have like no test sideboard hate. Definitely want these. Cut GT. Oh wait, hang on. I need to cut all these plows first. I can't afford to be cutting bad cards like Ballista and Jailer. I guess Surgical is probably better than like some random garbage card like Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista can't actually lethal them from like an ad nauseum that goes awry and they need to like go back to the other turn. I guess Palace Jailer is probably worse. Because Palace Jailer is just never getting cast. They're a Massacre deck, so we don't really have to play around Dread of Night. They're not a graveyard deck. So like Macabre and Rest in Peace are pretty worthless. Surgical's only okay because sometimes you can snipe them on like a weird LED turn. And even then, it's not a good card. It's just like better than some of the other garbage interaction I have. So something like this is probably fine. Oh no, this Hell Spirit Keeper sucks. Maybe even worse than my Palace Jailer. I have too many bad cards for the test matchup. Something like that. I like Fairy more than Surgical. Do you? I guess, yeah, Fairy is good against their past Inflamed Straws, I suppose. I like Surgical being able to, like, randomly fuck people over. But, am I supposed to keep this on the draw? Yeah, because you hit right. Oh, it does give them Storm Count. I guess that's relevant, too. I'll probably bring in Fairy. I'll probably bring them both over, like, random shitters, anyway. Opponent kept 7. I think I'm just supposed to, like, mulligan for Chalice. I don't think turn 3 Prelate, or, like, turn 2 Revoker, turn 3 Prelate's gonna do it against Tess. We do have a Surgical, but we could, like, look at their deck. Maybe just, like, lose game 2, keep this hand. Nah. Nope. Yeah. I'll keep this. Yeah, they might just be, like, turn 1 goblinsing me, from the looks of it. Oh, this is one of those hands. Oh, we're not dead. And we have a curve. We have Mom into Revoker still, which isn't nothing. What's up, Aisha9? How's it going? How's the living room? Opponent aggressively cantripping. Maybe my first hand would have done it. Would have went Vile into Revoker. But I mean, we're doing a similar thing so far. Dog is also sleeping. Could be dead. Ooh, Thoughtseize, that's rude. Just draw Thalia. Top deck Thalia! Oh, that's probably the worst card in my deck. Go get him, Battle Mom! Yeah, they're resting up so they can be shits at midnight. What is this Infernal Tutor for? For LEDs. No, my Revoker! We had, like, what, 4 good draws at that point? I guess. We also had Thalias. We had, like, 8 good draws. Between Chalice, the rest of the Revokers, and Lee Smith, Palace Jailer. Shocker. Still not ready to kill me. Do I just run out of Relic Order as a beater? They're not gonna, like, put a Lion's Eye Diamond into play, so I guess. Go get him. 2-2 for 2. It's a beatdown o'clock. My opponent only has access to 9 mana. We'll probably be fine. No, my opponent has decided now is the time to kill me. This just... I don't know what this is gonna be. Ugh. Ugh. One has 2 cards in hand. What? One of them's gotta be Burning Wish, right? But they can't, like, empty me. Do they Burning Wish for, like, a tutor out of the sideboard? Like a Dark Petition or whatever? But yeah, Dark Petition. Okay. And then they Dark Petition for empty? Empty for 6 we could maybe beat. Stormcount's only 5. I don't know if this is resolved yet, in terms of where the Storm Count is. And they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they have 6 mana. They can tutor again for... Oh, they're ad nauseing at 12. Alright. It's a good start. A lot of mana. They need a payoff. We're just looking for them to not hit a payoff. Alright, not a payoff. Oh, that's probably... No, they can't get Hellbent anymore. Ooh, that's a payoff. It needs to be... Oh, they can just, They can just Tendrils me now, because if they emptied, I could kill them with Relic Order, because they're at 2, actually, but, yeah. They can just, like, Dark Ret, Burning Wish, Tendrils. They got on the last card. Although they also had the ability to, like, Chromox, Pitch, Brainstorm, and Ponder, or whatever. No, I wonder if I was supposed to keep that 7. But yeah, we're gonna cut the Jailer for a Fairy Macabre. Not that it would have done anything there, but Jailer just also sucks. Fairy Macabre just another piece of, like, weird interaction that can sometimes trip them up, which is kind of just what you are asking for against Tess. Ugh. Now we wait for game 3. Nothing I really saw that made me change my tune. Just that sometimes you keep, like, a slower hand, I guess. Although maybe my opponent's hand had, like, the ability to turn 1 me if they had a good Brainstorm or whatever. Would love to play first. I would love to keep double Thalia in a format without... Oh, no, hang on. I would love to keep this a lot less in a format without Storm having Cabal Therapy. Because we don't have that many white sources in the deck. I mean, I guess we have, like, 15 or something, but... Am I supposed to mull 6? We can play Revoker on 2. This is tempting. We get 2 draws at a white source. 53 cards. 15 white sources. 15 out of 53. The hand is awful. It's close. We're playing against Tess specifically, Chalith. I don't know if you walked in for that one, but specifically against Storm on the play in game 3. In the blind, this hand is just a Snapball again. Yeah, like being able to Revoker and then possibly rip. I think we can hit a better 6 though. We have a bevy of interactive spells. I think we can just like get a better 6. Like Chalice of Void. I don't know if Chalice on 0 plus like Mana Denial and absolutely nothing else makes this hand good enough. I think it might, just because we can also have Wasteland Port. We just like Chalice on 0, Aether Vial, next turn Port, Wasteland, do whatever. I think I'm supposed to keep this and just hopefully... Nope, get out of here, 3rd Aether Vial. This hand is, like, maybe better than the 7. I'm not positive. So if they have a basic, we Port. If they have a non-basic, we Wasteland. So they're just going to try to find, like, Echoing Truths to end-step bounce this Chalice and go off, or something like that. So the more we can, like, Port and Wasteland down my opponent, the longer we can try to hold that off and find a Thalia or a Sanctum Prelate or something. Ooh. This means on turn 3 we can go to Thalia. Could we just cast Recruiter or Violent Thalia on 2? Which makes me feel a lot better than dying. It's not amazing, but 7 was... So that 7 was, like, pretty close. We have 15 white sources in the deck and 2 draws to find it, and, like, a Revoker to cast in the interim. It's, like, not awful. The issue is that like any 6 we're mulliganing to is just gonna like, unless we find Chalice of the Void, we're so much softer to Thoughtseize on turn 1. But we did find Chalice, which is really nice. And now I can get Thalia into play before my opponent can have 2 mana for like an Echoing Truth. Man, I really want to Wasteland that. Oh, my opponent. I guess we just have to Wasteland plus support them. What's up all the time? Let's just like draw Thalia anyway, make life easy. Not great. Not bad. Probably just gonna take this file up to 3 so I can put in Crusader, keep porting and whatnot. I can always cast a Thalia if I find one. Flicker Wisp being bad. Ports are hella cheap right now. Definitely a good time to get them. Is that true? I have no idea. I like stopped paying attention to Death and Taxes prices. I had no idea recruiters were like $20 or whatever. Also a little concerned about that pause there. I feel like my opponent was considering upkeep bouncing the Chalice. Ooh, opponent with no more lands. Ho ho ho! Recruiters, yeah, exactly. So now we can just Prelude on 2 and they should be pretty dead, right? Concerned about like a Chain of Vapor right now. So I might just do it in their upkeep. The issue is that like I let my opponent cast a Echoing Truth here, but what if this wasn't right? But now they can't Echoing Truth my Prelate, and I think Prelate on 2 just shuts them off of going off this turn, right? Or do I want to like Prelate on... I think I just want to Prelate on 2. Like, Tess is very hard-pressed to get rid of that. As far as I know. Yeah, we'll just do that. Went out on 4. Maybe 4 is okay. But 2 turns off, like... 4 turns off all their, like, ways to go off this turn, I guess. But they could have, like, the mana... if they just have the ability to Echoing Truth again, but maybe I'm just overthinking things. I just usually put it on 2 to turn off Burning Wishes and stuff. They get, like, Burning Wish Grape Shot it or whatever. I'm gonna put it on 2, stick with my gut. Screw you, chat. And then mostly is just my brain, like, because I listen to, like, I get swayed by chat too much, so I try to, like, actively push chat out of my mind when I make some plays. Like that one. No, my opponent just concedes. So, sweet, we got him. Sick top deck. Played a little sloppy there. Wasn't sure if I was supposed to violin the Prelate on, like, my turn or my opponent's turn. But if, like, my opponent has Chain of Vapor into, like, untap... Because I was pretty sure my opponent did have Echoing Truth because of the pause during the last upkeep. But I wasn't 100%, and I'm not sure if I was supposed to, like, just sorcery speed the Prelate accordingly. A lot harder to Grape Shot from that point. I mean, not that hard, right? I mean, if they just, like, once they bounce the Chalice on 0, then just, like, Lotus Petal, Dark Writ, Burning Wish, Grape Shot, or whatever. Or Lotus Petal, Rite of Flame. Where's Tess? Tess. We won game 1 miraculously. Won game 3. Lost game 2. Like Prelate after making them burn a resource to the zone. That's fair, yeah. Make them like, because if well, if it's specifically the 2-drop, then it didn't matter because I'm putting the Prelate on 2. But if they did have something like Chain of Vapor instead, and that's what they were considering casting, then I look like an idiot when I put in Prelate, put it on 2, and then using their 1 mana left, they just Chain of Vapor it, untap, and they can like try to go off through a Chalice on 0, because that's a lot easier to beat than a Prelate on 2 is. Sounds fine. Got the God Curve, Vile, Monthalia on the play. These are the type of hands where I'll never hit a 3rd land drop for the rest of my life, but if my opponent doesn't kill my Vile, maybe that's okay. Oh, Dredge. Shit. God hands don't mean shit against Dredge. Well, time to hopefully find another Thalia or something. The Walking Ballista, things that can get rid of my opponent's Bridge from Billows. This card's good old stinky. No, single hit grid so far, nothing too crazy. If they're only on 1 land, they can't cast anything like their looters. The ladies, that's why I play the deck? Oh yeah. Thalia, Mom. Well, half my hand is not ladies. There's a disturbing Moth Nightmare and a really buff dude. That's that's descript, I suppose, all the time. Alright, opponent gonna beat me down? Oh shit, that's a lot scarier than beating me down with the Putrid Imp. That's for fucking sure. I feel like we're gonna lose if I were to guess. These are the kinds of hands you don't beat. Ooh, Creeping Chill. Fuck, could very well be a lady. I mean, I guess female moths. I don't know, man. Wow, no narcs. 2 prized amalgams, 2 Icarids, and also this Creeping Shell, which I'm not positive is like where my opponent wants to be. I don't know if that card's good in Legacy. Beat down. Also no bridges. So I guess I can just play Crusader. Creeping Shell's amazing amount. You really have to talk to me to why it's okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure that Creeping Shell is where Legacy Dredge wants to be, because this deck is just phenomenally more powerful in that regard. So my opponent has 2 Icarids, right? So we can just attack with this Thalia. We can block 2 Icarids. I guess there's a chance I'm supposed to play Flicker Wisp, so this Putrid Imp doesn't beat me down too much more. My opponent is through half their deck, so this Grave Troll's probably going to start flipping some really scary shit. Let's hope for some weak dritches. Alright, what do they get? Wow. Just a Creeping Shell and another Icarid, but no... Yeah, maybe I was supposed to play Wisp to beat this Putrid Imp. More lands, now I can cast like a Breakthrough or something, and then I just die? Yeah. We're just like stone dead to a Breakthrough here. They find all their bridges finally. Just Careful Study. Still horrible. Still horrible for me. Another Creeping Shell. I'm wondering if they're not, like, are they just not playing Bridge? They finally found a Narcomoeba, but you have 12 cards left in library and no bridges. Or, like, therapies. But my opponent is just going to murder me with a bunch of Prized Amalgams and all these Creeping Shells. But it's good to know if my opponent isn't on. Opponent doesn't even attack with these guys. Yeah, maybe I should have played Wisp here to not take 2. That's a lot of triggers. Well, they found all their other Narcomoebas. Only 6 cards left in the library, and no bridges seen, so I'm skeptical they're even on bridges and therapies. I think they're just on, like, aggro dredge. They just cut, like, the therapies and the bridges and the dread returns? For what, though? I don't see anything out of the ordinary besides the Creeping Chills. Have they Creeping Chilled me 4 times? No, only 3. So I have 4 blockers. Maybe they have bridges, and the bridge really get you. Oh, just like what a Walking Ballista get got. Just straight beat down. Yeah, that's my guess. That's all I see so far. One, two, three, four, five, 6. We're not dead yet. We're just at 1. Take that, opponent. Maybe my opponent will dredge Grave Troll, and then we'll still lose. Oh, nice. For Schadenport. We got him good. Just weird aggro dredge. I wonder what their sideboard looks like. Because it's just like all answers to Rest in Peace. Like, I would expect Firestorms too. This deck doesn't seem like it can beat a Containment Priest. Alright, I need to tap this City Brass, deal him 1 on the way out. Take that. Port the Brass. Exactly. I know the lines all the time. I got you. Gotta get him with that backdoor burn. Dredge the Grave Troll. Show dominance. Wow, weak. Opponent doesn't dredge Grave Troll. Coward. Alright, yeah, you got me. Yeah, weird. I'm probably not cutting Walking Ballista still, just because I do need to, like, snipe Narcomoebas or Icarids or something. So, like, we didn't see so... Deck doesn't seem that crazy if Surgical is the hate of choice in pretty much every deck. I mean, I guess, but can't you just Surgical, like, a third of their threats anyway? Gonna board in Paths, Rip, Fairy, Surgical. We didn't even see LEDs, did we? Should have like taken a screenshot of that graveyard. Did they even cast? They cast some spells, like you can put Prelate on 1 or whatever, but not good. Well, definitely cut Jailer. Spirit Keeper's probably just like infinitely slow. Probably just cut Prelate anyway, because it's also infinitely slow. Cut Revokers. The issue is that it's hard to like be aggro. Like I can't aggro this deck down because they have creeping chills. So you just need to like sit there and survive, which is very hard because you basically start at 8 life. So you need to just block every single creature that happens. So you basically just need to have Rest in Peace or Surgicals. Some number of those hate cards. Or just like get a Batterskull with an equipment online. Batterskull seems like strangely very powerful in this specific dredge matchup. So your opponent just can't make a big old Grave Troll. I would love to play first. I would... oh, God. Odds of me drawing a land are 22 out of 53. Not good odds. But... I'm keeping. I think with only 4 graveyard hate cards in my deck, I'm supposed to keep a hand like this. If I were like against Storm, that's much easier to mulligan a hand because we can just... It's easier to mull to hands with hate and waste to cast it. Imagine my opponent has come prepped for stuff like Rest in Peace for this matchup, though. I imagine there's probably some number of Nature's Claims going on. Another imp. Alright, let's just draw this land. Ho-ho. Am I supposed to rip here? My opponent could just not discard a card, and then... Because then they could just untap, claim the Rest in Peace, and then discard a card to the Putrid Imp, and then dredge it. But like, what am I doing if that's not my line? I can't play Thalia because that just makes it so I definitely can't cast Rip again. Play Stoneforge, but that doesn't seem good. They just run out Rip and hope they don't have it. Book Putrid Imp. Why couldn't this have been like their other 1-drop starts? This is rude. We'd always like recruit Macabre and kill 2 things after, but it's not super good. Fuck it. I'm just gonna run it out. Putrid makes this awkward. I don't like that my opponent kept 7, but they might have just like kept a dredge 7, for all I know. They don't necessarily have the hate. And if they do, we can like... Yeah, Rip seems like my only winning line. That's basically the conclusion I came to. If they kill it, we can like weather the storm a little bit. Yeah. Oh, nope. They don't got anything. They're digging for the anti-hate cards. Sweet. Oh, discards 2 Narcomoebas. Fucking deal. Fucking deal. Let's go. I could recruit something like Fairy Macabre, but I don't really need to yet. I think I just want to play Thalia and Stoneforge and go get Batterskull and start gaining a million life. I should cast a Aether Vial first. Aggressive. Alright, Rip's killed 2 Narcomoebas and an Icarid. No attack. Alright. I guess we'll get Batterskull. Maybe sort of Fire and Ice. Yeah, Batterskull seems like gaining life is relevant in this matchup. Does anyone know if, like, other people, like, if Phil wasn't streaming Death and Taxes, but you have to, like, manually click on your Aether Vial triggers to put them on the stack since the most recent update, and it's really weird and kind of annoying. This thing only becomes a 2/2, right? Yeah. Oh, also, they can't hit Threshold with the rest of beats in play. So we can always surprise Violin Recruiter for Macabre. Maybe I'm supposed to just, like, go get Wisps. I think my opponent is dead. They are. They're in fact dead. They had just a normal dredge hit and they can't beat a Rip. I think I was just trying to, like, psych myself out. The only winning play was just slam Rip and hope my opponent doesn't have an answer. On the draw, like, Putrid Imp is kind of a Reason Never Revoker, but not really. Because especially on the draw, your opponent can just get 2 hands worth, or 2 turns worth of activating their Putrid Imp. And that's really all you really need. We have Paths and Plows to try to take them off the board, but I think that's just kind of how I want that game to go. I guess I'm supposed to keep this. Got a Graveyard Hate card and a Thalia. I mean, Thalia's not good, but multiple Thalias can be decent. One of them was just Macabre the Dredgers out of their yard with his Faithless Looting. Just kill the Stinkweed and the Faithless Looting. Definitely not sure about that. Am I supposed to let my opponent dredge here? Like, the question is, do they have more, like, looting effects in hand to make this Macabre worthless, or should I save the Macabre to kill one of their 11 guys that are left? Between 4 Prized Amalgams, 4 Icarids, and the 3 Narcomoebas they have left, I could save the Fairy to kill those. Or I could just snipe the Imp and hope to get lucky. Kind of want to snipe the Imp and hope to get lucky, in all honesty. Before Cycle Straight Wraith body me. When Dredge go, yeah. bridge kind of like goes ham. My plan is my opponent does not have a looter or like a second land. We can slam Thalia and pray. No, that's unfortunate. We basically tripped them up by a turn. So what we draw? Ooh, they got nothing. They discarded a Nature's Claim too. They do have another land, notably, but they don't have any dredgers. We actually managed to cheese them, at least for now. They'd easily have more looting effects. Time to just pedal to the metal. Slam stuff to the board. Opponent's hitting a ton of land drops. Just cast a 1/1. Bold. Alright, we got a lot of power in play. Put him to 2. Oh, sweet. I mean, I guess they can't really cast anything without putting lethal into getting lethal into play. But we got him. We did it again. We cheesed our way through winning against Dredge. We lost game 1, won games 2 and 3. Shocker. Losing game 1 seems... Or winning game 1 seems very, very hard without main deck Remorseful Cleric or getting very lucky. Grixis then Elves. No, it's gonna be like Elves and Belcher again. The one time Belcher was our final boss at 3-1. And then we won game 1 against Belcher. But then we lost games 2 and 3. If we had like... And like, kind of got a little bit unlucky losing both those games. Opponent had the Manamorphose into Ritual game 2, and then had the or had the creature spell way of paying for Belcher through Thalia. Or was it Thalia? Something like that. Yeah, I think I played a Thalia turn 2 on the play, and then they cast a second Tinder Wall and went off. Opponent is AC/DC. Alright. Capable hand. Vile, Thalia, blah, blah, blah. Basically, never mulliganing a hand with 2 to 4 lands and Vile and Thalia. I think at 5 lands, Vile, Thalia, it starts to become questionable, but 2 lands, Vile, or 4 lands, Vile, Thalia, question mark, I think, is a pretty easy keep. Unless it's still like a second Vile. Second Thalia. Yeah, ultimatums are hard to make. Hey, my friend likes your stream. Oh, hey. Thanks isn't really the right response to that. Now I feel awkward. I do have a fan. This is my second fan I've ever, or I guess this guy's friend is my second fan I've played against on stream before. He's gonna murder me with Steel Stompy. This hand's okay against Steel Stompy. Especially with like turn 1 hanger back. Not scary. Especially when we have Flicker Wisp in hand. Got like a Revoker for Walking Ballista. We have Stoneforge. It's like never playing this Thalia. Ink Moth. Is that a traditional Steel Stompy card? Opponent going deep on like the Ink Moth kill in a second. I wonder if I go get like Jite or something instead of just Batter Skull. So my opponent could make like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they can't kill him with an Ink Moth yet. Yeah, I don't think this is like stock. It's definitely cool. I think we're gonna grab Jite. Get a bunch of shitters off the ground. Never seen it, but I'll check it out after this match. Yeah, I think I want Jite. You're not positive. I can like revoke this Ravager and flicker the hanger back if I want to do that. I just try not to open myself up to like a big old Walking Ballista chomping down my entire board. So I think the plan is probably something like revoke Ravager, Wisp, Hangerback. Next turn we can untap and like play equip Jite. Ooh. That's scary. Less scary. I'm not sure what I want to do now. This is weird. It's a weird turn. Yeah, I'm for sure just going to take the damage here. There's a lot of scary little guys. Kind of glad I grabbed Jite, but Jite is a little awkward against Steel Overseer. I'm definitely playing this plane so my opponent can't like wasteland me. I'm concerned that my opponent actually might be working their way up to an Ink Moth kill, but I guess we'll have a Flick Wisp in the way. Also, if I just turn off this Ravager. And then they'll have, next turn they'll have like 2 2s and a 3/3, but no way to pop their hanger back. And then we can Jite down the Steel Overseer. I don't hate that plan. I'm deeply concerned that they're just sandbagging a Ballista and they're going to absolutely murder me, but... We need to turn off this Ravager so they don't just have a million Thopters. Not like you play. Yeah, exactly. I can't play around everything, so... I'll say that I like our position as long as my opponent doesn't have Walking Ballista. If they do, we're probably real bad off. They can Ballista for 2, pump into a 3/3, kill both my guys, Ravager up their Ballista, just absolutely demolish me. But if they don't, we get to connect with Jite, and then we're okay. Please don't do it. Please don't. I said please. I said please, opponent. Oh, geez, my opponent's just playing like Hardened Scales, Affinity, and Legacy. We're super dead, but this is the exact scenario we wanted to avoid. They can, like, sack this, make a 4, make a 3/3 or whatever, ping down Revoker, Ravager, Giant Ballista. Now we need to draw another Revoker or another Wisp in order to live. So I'm just playing a different Steel Stomp. It's not just like Steel Stompy. It feels like just Hardened Scales, Affinity, and Legacy. Except, you know, with the... well, I imagine no green sources. It's just the Hardened Scales cards. Throne of Gath. Inkaboth Nexus, that sort of thing. Pew Pew. Probably not lethal. We need to draw another Flicker Wisp or another Revoker very, very, very soon. I think it's lethal, right? It's just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no, I think they were 1 off lethal there. It's actually like, kind of close to dying. 7, go to 10, and they could make this a 9/9, which is just not quite there. Kind of didn't block that pretty lackadaisically. Alright, another Revoker. That puts me somewhere. It doesn't put me somewhere I still want to be, especially because we take this file up. My opponent's just going to still murder me with an ever-growing board of gigantic threats. Which is not good. Very, very not good. Well, let's cast it. Let's see what they do. I'll let them decide before I do. I imagine like Ping Wisp Leave Ballista as a 1/1 is probably a fine play. Because I still have to name the Ballista, or else the Revoker can just, yeah. You like still have to name Walking Ballista. I'm just going to take this Inkmoth off the table. So they can't sack it to the Ravager or anything, or the Throne of Gath. It would very well still be, maybe, super dead. Might be like chump blocking duty for Stoneforge. We're getting attacked for, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? 13, 14? I think if I didn't block, I would die. That's rude. The issue is now... What do you want, cat, huh? What do you want? Guess I'll just block the most damage. Hope this doesn't kill me. I got nothing. F6'd. This might still be lethal, I don't know. This is what? 2, 6... I think there's only 12, right? Oh no, they can sack the Arcbound and just move it over here and kill me. I guess I should bluff Swords of Plowshares. They're not going to play into it. They know that there's no reason to play into like a Swords of Plowshares because they just have me super beat on board. Yeah, this will show them. wonder if I'd like left the vial on 2. Could I have salvaged this? Depends on if my opponent would have responded to me putting it in, which I figure they would. There's no reason not to. Yeah, I'm super dead. I don't know. Take that, opponent. How you gonna beat being at 10 life? Proliferate my GT. Could have also proliferated my Aether Vial, right? Mox Opal, sure. Alright, yeah, we're super dead. Interesting. Yeah. Nothing really to say about that game. I think we were just like dead after the first ballista hit. Pretty rough. But the way we chose our lines, it was just like, alright, well, I hope they don't have exactly walking ballista. And then they did, and then we died. There's the breaks. I wonder if Rest in Peace is worth it in this matchup all of a sudden with Hangerback Walker and Arcbound Ravager. Ballista is kind of a rude card. I mean, we're playing one too, so can't be that mean to the poor guy. But he's a lot more rough when you're playing Soul Lance, that's for sure. Oh, well, Sector Pellet sucks and Thalia sucks, that's for sure. So we can cut those at least. Maybe not bringing the Recruiter. Recruiter's slow, but fighting hate cards is probably relevant. It's insanely good to get some. Yeah, exactly. Rest in Peace might actually be worth it, weirdly enough. We are the big guys too, then. Hey, we're not playing Arcbound Ravager and Throne of Geth to murder our opponent's boards. That's just mean. I guess these Mother of Runes are probably atrocious, aren't they? We can probably just afford to cut a bunch of stuff. Bring in like a Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Makes a lot of blockers, I guess. Something like that. Maybe yeah, Cataclysm lets them keep 2 threats because all their threats are artifact creatures, so Cataclysm's probably not good. I guess. This seems like okay. Don't know if Rest in Peace is where I want to be against this deck, but does not seem atrocious. Okay, let's submit. Would like to play first. This hand's probably just like good enough, right? Hey, Doc, stop playing with that. Yeah, we like Plow, Revoke, or Wisp Judgment. This hand's definitely not a mole, but don't know what our path to victory is. Just blind Revoke Ballista, probably. Wisp a Hangerback or something, hopefully. Judgment a scary thing away. Hope they don't play a Karn. No, we have Judgment for Karn. I think I am just going to like blind Revoke Ballista on turn 2. Ballista is just so scary. Tomb. Steel Overseer. Alright, well, that's plowable. Goodbye, Steel Overseer. Well, that's not a bad draw. Walking Ballista, because that card is horrifying. If they play like a Hangerback, we can Wisp it. If they play like a Karn, Judgment. If they play something to plow, we can maybe Wisp Plow. I might want to hold on to my Wisps to kill their 0/0 guys. Unsure. Definitely a weird... I think I'm going to record this in a different spot than Steel Stompy. I feel like this matchup plays out a little bit differently than traditional Steel Stompy. Alright, well, Moxable doesn't tap for anything yet. Full stun 1, alright. I might just flicker that out of safety concerns. Arcbound Worker, sure. Oh, we drew a second Wisp, so I feel much better about killing this Walking Ballista. They do have 1 mana up. I don't know what I should be scared of, but I think I'm just gonna fire off this Flicker Wisp. Take this thing off the board. What do you want? Psst, 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 psst. Over here. Kill this Walking Ballista. Come up here if you want to get petted. Come on. Come on, you tiny demon. Oh, they're gonna dismember my thing and then ping the Wisp. That's what I was concerned about, but again, need to take Ballista off the board at all costs. Remember, only has 2 cards left in hand, and we have 3 really good cards in our hand, so not horrible for us here. Another Ink Moth. What do you want? What do you want, kitty? Huh? Huh? Arcbound Ravager. I'm gonna make some big Ink Moths. Oh, jeez. I'm going off. I got nothing. Oh, we drew our Ballista. It's not super good here. I might just Council's Judgment away this Ravager. If they sack it, we can just Judgment away the thing that they put the counters on. Unless it's like a Nexus. Can they go all in on a Nexus and kill me? If they animate this Nexus, sack the worker, this thing gets 3 counters, 4, 5. No, they can't kill me. And we can untap with Wisp it or Plow it or Judgment it. So I think I just want to take this Ravager off the table and make it awkward for them to sack things. Because we have multiple answers if they try to make a big but not lethal Nexus. I mean, like, Plow 1, Ballista down the 1/1 if they try to, like, finish the Infect job on the second guy. What do you want? What do you want, cat? Vote for the Ravager. Advise also voting for Ravager opponent. Hey, stop messing with stuff. Go sleep. I got nothing. I'm tapped out. I wonder if they even have Chalice. I think they have Chalice in their deck, right? But Chalice Arcbound Worker seems like kind of a nombo. They're an Ancient Tomb deck. An Ancient Tomb deck doesn't play Chalice of the Void. Could have easily just boarded it out. And we just didn't see it in game 1 or something. Yeah, this is fine. We can beat like a slow burn like this. Especially because this Ancient Tomb is really coming down on the number of uses it can have. We just play Ballista for 1, hold up Swords of Plowshares. There's nothing really we can profitably Wisp. Unless they start, like, Throne of Gething their Arcbound Worker to make it bigger. I could just Ballista for 2. I kind of like that more, actually. Who's the Walking Ballista deck now, opponent? I feel okay here. Definitely precarious. My opponent could top deck a lot of scary cards still. But as the board stands, my opponent having 1 card in hand at 9 life. We have 2 cards in hand that are both really good right now. My opponent can't really proactively activate this Throne of Geth, because now we have Ballista to take initiative. I might try to do some, like, if they animate Ink Moths again, I might like try to ping some off on end step or something. Don't think I want to do it inside of combat. We'll see. They definitely have limited uses of that Ancient Tomb now. Someone already make the guess of the best 3-drop 3-2 being Strangler. I don't think anyone did yet, Yaz. I think all the time implied it. It's like, once he gets stabbed, he's like, that's what I've been doing all this time. See, Walking Ballista, too good. Opponent beats me with Walking Ballista, I beat the opponent with Walking Ballista. Easy peasy. That's how that card works, right? Alright, I don't think I want to make any changes. We happen to draw a lot of our good cards, like 2 Flicker Wisps, 2 Swords, Revoker, Council's Judgment, our Ballista. We drew a lot of good stuff there. I guess if we're boarding these stupid rips, I probably don't want to board these Hallowed Spirit Keepers. I'm tired of having these both in the same 60 cards. What am I bringing in? I still don't even know if Rip is good, but Arcbound, now they have Arcbound Worker too, so Worker, Ravager, and Hangerback Walker all get shut off by Rip, so maybe it's still worth it. This doesn't have Ancient Doom. Yeah, we're not powering out super big ballistas. I had to pay 4 mana for that too. Fought long and hard. Can Ballista your own Spirit Keeper? Oh, sick combos. Might just bring it in because we just don't have anything else. Like some Mom protects against Dismember is still really bad. Thalia has First Strike is still really bad. Sanctum Prelate on 3 prevents Dismember. And also my Council's Judgments. Man, fuck it, we're just gonna summon the same 60. You don't always draw Rip and Hallowed Spirit Keeper, right? In before opening hand. 3 land, Rip, Spirit Keeper. 1 land. On 2, I think I'd keep this. On 1 land, not keeping the 4-3 drop hand. Even though these 2 1-drops are good. I'm gonna mulligan to 6 as well, so I feel a little bit better. Oh, Sand is much stronger. Most action to the top. Oh, nope, bottom the shit out of that one. If I could guarantee Batterskull on the bottom of my deck. Oh, shit, my opponent is playing just Hardened Scales Affinity. He had Legacy. We finally see green mana. They are just on Hardened Scales Affinity and Legacy. Alright. Mystery solved. I wasn't sure if they were just playing, like, the Hardened Scales guys and still, like, a Steel Stompy-ish shell, but they are just Hardened Scales with Ancient Tombs. Turn 2 Rip, can't lose. I have Ballista. We can definitely lose to a Ballista. I'm digging deep. Rip is for modular. Yeah, they have Arcbound Worker, Arcbound Ravager, and Hangerback Walker that all get turned off by Rest in Peace. Wasn't positive if I should board it in, but it seemed okay. We have like a lot of dead air in this. The old Wasteland Path to Exile combo seems fine. Don't really need to play Rip yet. Might not even fire off this path, depending on how this next turn goes. If they just hit more land drops, I'll probably just path the Overseer, but... Yeah. Like, if they just miss land drops here, then I'm down for not pathing this thing, now that we know my opponent does have basics. If they play a Ballista for 1, I'm tempted to just path that instead and just let them have an Overseer. Just because how hard this ballista is to beat. I definitely don't like them like letting them have an overseer though. It is pretty horrifying. Could always recruit like a ballista of my own or something to get rid of this thing. It's probably right to kill the overseer. It's just a one. It's just a 1/1 ballista. Yeah, let's kill the overseer. Yeah, pathing overseer just seems 1/1. I'm just irrationally scared of walking ballista. I need to. It is just a 1/1. They need to have some of their like modular setup cards, like Throne of Geth, to make it scary. And even then, we can just recruit. Worst case, we can always recruit Flicker Wisp or something to kill it forever. I think I might play Rip this turn. Just to make sure my opponent can't Ravager up this thing. Don't really have to wasteland this Nexus yet. Wee. Irrationally scared of a value creature. Not like Grixis everywhere. Do you get what I'm talking about at least? With with the Ancient Tombs? I'm still not, like... I'm gonna try it out. I think I'm gonna play your list on Wednesday, Yaz. But I'm still just... It just feels weird because your deck has so many white creatures. The Ancient Tombs aren't, like... Oh, yeah. Being scared of Strix, yes. Oh, yes. Now, it's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back to me. Your irrational sphere of Baleful Strix and, like, wanting to play Sword of Light and Shadow really badly. I remember. Walking Ballista kills so many more of your cards than Baleful Strix does, though. Baleful Strix just kills one, draws a card. Walking Ballista just, like, mows down your whole board all the time. Because Walking Ballista is probably going to end up trading for my Recruiter of the Guard and the creature I tutor for. They just go 4th land, pump the Ballista. I guess I could always find a Relic Order, and they can't kill both my things. And draws a K command to buy it back, and draw another K command. Ballista is immune to Sword of Light and Shadow, clearly better. Ballista better than Baleful Strix confirmed. Yeah, they just have a 3/3 Ballista. It still pings down your, like, X1 with Sword of Light and Shadow on them. What are you gonna do about that, Yaz? How are you gonna beat a 3/3 Ballista? Hanger back, deal. This is just a 1/1 that can pump itself. I can dismiss this. No attacks. Respect. Respecting the Violon too, I dig it. I mean, just anything just eats the Ballista there. There's no reason to attack for that extra 1 point of damage. Ooh. Always path the Ballista too. Recruiter for Recruiter is just bad, right? I mean, probably it just makes 1/1s. Just kind of spins my wheels. Now we just really want to draw the Hallowed Spirit Keeper, right? Now that we have the Rest in Peace in play. Tempted to just like recruit Jailer. Either you have 3 cards left in hand, which I'm scared of. I think I'm gonna wasteland this Ink Moth and just sit on both Path and Recruiter and wait. Could just Recruiter for Recruiter make 1/1s, but at that point I'd probably be recruiting Wisps. After I get this Hanger back, or after I get the Ballista off the board. But I feel okay about my position, especially now with this Path. That we just have a clean answer to a Walking Ballista. Yeah, Recruiter for Recruiter is usually against, like, Miracles or Grixis. Alright. That's fine. Wow, this Rest in Peace coming in clutch. I think I am just going to path this Walking Ballista. Maybe we should have pathed the Walking Ballista in response to the Ravager. Wow, no respect. Respect the Violon 2, don't respect the Violon 3? What opponent? How dare you? We are just gonna pat this though. I think I just want to start like wisp chaining my recruiter. To be perfectly honest, I do have to worry about dismember. My opponent has 2 cards in hand. How many forests do they have? I imagine they need a lot of forests to facilitate actually casting Ancient Stirrings. And Hardened Scales, I assume. Good recruiter for recruiters here to respect Dismember, but this makes it so they actually can't pump their hanger back or else they get punished. If they are holding Dismember up, they won't be able to pump the hanger back if I just go grab a Wisp. Yeah, I'll just grab a Wisp. Hang on, I'll read that paragraph in a second, yes. I guess my opponent has actually done a lot more on clock than I am. Just makes Recruiter insane and, like, Nature's Claim, that's it? Alright, that's fine. Wow, Nature's Claim not on the recipes, too. If they're, like, hoping to take me off this 3rd land. Like, me not having this 3rd land. But, like, the recipes is actively turning off their whole board. That was an aggressive play by the opponent. Actually, I think maybe they don't know that interaction. Oh, the rest in peace interaction? Maybe not. Opponent only has 1 more card in hand, so I think we're just going to make a Flicker Wisp army now. Just tutor Infinity Flicker Wisps. Beat them down in the air. My opponent can make a single... my opponent can actually make... Oh no, they can't make any 1/1s, never mind. Duh. Well, our recipes is in play. Yeah, I'm gonna try out Yaz's Ancient Tomb list on Wednesday. Opponent has a lot of wow, this recipe is just doing the Lord's work. Go get him, little buddy. Hopefully they don't have... they're helping. Right? Yeah, they don't have any more Nature's Claims, not yet at least. Get him, little guy. Little guy. I guess big guy. This thing is three times the power of just an actual human being. It's just survived turn 1 against Brian Cook and landed Thalia Life Fields. Hey, that happened to us! Like round 2. We played against Brian Cook too. I don't think I ever actually played a Thalia against him, did I? We won game 1 off the back of, like, Batterskull beating Empty the Warrens. Then we lost game 2, because I mulliganed super aggressively, and then we won game 3... Oh, with Chalice of the Void and Sanctum Prelate. Yeah, Brian is not having a good D&T day. Opponent can pump their hanger back up to 2/2, but that's just going to be way slower than what we're doing. I think their plan is to find another Nature's Claim and like go off with Hangerback and Ravagers or something, but now we're at 24 or 28 if they do find a Nature's Claim. I think we just have enough of a life cushion. We're just scared of walking Ballista at this point. Maybe I should start playing around that. That's kind of scary. It's a lot of power. But they have to start sacking creatures to do that, or sack the throne itself. What is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah. No blocks. Oh, right, they have a Tree of Tails. It's a lot of damage. I might need to just kill this Hangerback with a Wisp now. I mean, 3 Wisps is probably enough. Oh, nice. We finally found it. So wisping this thing, they can only hit me for 6. The thing I'm just the most scared of is just them fighting another walking ballista, so maybe I'm actually supposed to play around that. Because this attack can be for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm still, like, not even close to dead. Even with another Throne of Geth on top of that. It'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm still at 4. So I'm just supposed to Wisp Recruiter again. Go ensure that I have, like, outs to a walking ballista for 2. 3. 3 with his Throne of Geth. They, like, kill all my Wisps. Well, I could flash in for External Broker here. In other news, that Rip plus Spirit Keeper synergy 10 out of 10. Exactly. Because I just go in another Flicker. Fuck it. Just get more Flicker Wisps. Infinite value! Rip plus Spirit Keeper synergy, too good. Solid deck building decisions. I'm gonna snap block something here. Don't want to die to bullshit. Yeah. We can just flicker out their Ink Moth and we win, right? Attack them for 9. Man. This recipe's doing some goddamn work. Not what I expected to play against in this league today, but... Guess I'm putting down Hardened Scales Affinity. We lost game 1, won games 2 and 3. Oh crap, are we 4-0? Dang it, guys, why'd you remind me? Now there's suddenly, like, all the pressure on, and we're just gonna play against elves and cry. Oh man, Containment Priest Eldrazi Displacer? Say no more. I am in for that deck. Kale's play. Is he seriously? Fuck. Hopefully he's like mid-match right now. Don't queue into Caleb. Please. What's he doing? What's he doing over here? He's alright, he's mid-match. We're fine. We're fine. He's playing against Rug Devil right now. As long as we get here before he wins. He looks like pretty deep into the game anyway. Whatever. We're fine. Just gotta get like just queue to Turbo Depths to make my life easy. Ghost him out. I mean, it's not like that would help, right? We're still playing as elves. I could have a turn 0 telepathy and play against elves and still lose. You ever read that Bond article on Harari about Tomb? I don't think I did. You want to link me that sometime? Is it about, like, Tomb in D&T, or just an article about the card Ancient Tomb? Because I remember people were experimenting with Soul Lands right before, like, Big Thalia and then Conspiracy 2 happened. People were experimenting with Eldrazi Displacer in the deck. And, like, playing Eldrazi Temples or Ancient Tombs in it. Alright, my opponent is 1-0. Alright, the pressure is suddenly on. Oh, fuck. Well, we're in round 5, Luinil. So, you don't have to play against me today. This is my last match of the evening. Yeah, fuck me. I think I have to keep this on a 6. I like usually keep 1-land Vial Hands on the play on 6. My opponent also mulliganed to 6. Fuck it. Nope, get out of here. Please, no force of will. Opponent, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't force. Don't force. Don't. Just let it resolve. Fuck. Miracles? Could be like Sneak or something. Oh, time to die. Please, God, White Source one time. Fuck. Well, we're dead. We tried. We tried our hardest, chat. We got we'll have games 2 and 3 to play against Miracles now. Yeah. Oh, wait, nope. Stoneblade. Just kidding. I mean, sometimes Sneak will fire off their, well, like, Force of Vial, especially on a mull to 6. If my opponent mulled to 6 and went Port Vial, and I was on the Sneak, I might force it just to see if I could stall them, like they did, but... Wow, Tutor's Batterskull. I guess they have GTA in hand already? Or they just, like, don't respect me. Fuck. What is my life? This is what happens when I 4-0 a league, is I keep a 1-land Vial on 6. My opponent just land 4 GTAs. We're good. I'm packing it up. I'd rather play against Miracles than Stoneblade. Stoneblade just, like, gets to true name you to death. Hey, we did it! We hit a land drop. Opponent's Caracas in play, so Thalia probably not a good plan. Guess we Stoneforge for our own Batterskull? Question mark. Hopefully they can't kill it. They only have 4 cards in hand, right? They also have, like, a second Stoneforge, so... They kill one. We play another one. They just, like, not have GTA and just don't respect me at all? Oh, they're playing Joe Lisette Miracles, too. Wow. I guess I should have guessed that by the Caracas. Alright, yeah, we're fucking dead. We're dead, boys. At least they're not playing true names, then, if they're on, like, Joe Lisette. Or not Miracle. Did I say Miracles? I meant Stoneblade. Fuck that card. We have, like, no sideboard cards for this matchup. It's like Council Judgment, Recruit of the Guard, Relic Warders. Cut Spirit Keeper. Cut. Shit, what else do I cut in this matchup? Ballista's probably not super hot. I guess Plows are probably worse, right? God, we just like don't have sideboard cards against. I guess I like Plow a little bit more against Joe Lisette Miracles. Or fuck, I keep saying Miracles. Joe Lisette Stoneblade. I guess I'm used to just thinking that Joe Lisette plays Miracles. Maybe I do want Palace Jailer if my opponent's on, like... Although my opponent's a bunch of flash threats, which is not exactly the best for Jailer either, even if they aren't on True Name. Yeah, Ballista's okay against Click. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jailer still seems bad. Prelate's okay. It turns off their plows, but if we're keeping in a bunch of plows, I can see just keeping in like 2. They still don't have that many creatures, but it does prevent a lot of decisions. Kind of don't hate this. We have like 2 Council Judgments, Plows, Ballista. We have answers for things. Maybe Cataclysm's okay in this matchup if my opponent, again, all predicated on my opponent not having Trinity Nemesis in their deck. Do I just like snap keep this garbage ass hand because it has lands, and I'm salty from last game? Probably not. I think we can definitely get a better 6 than this. 6 has Relic Order, but like nothing else, right? It's gonna be turn 2 Port, turn 3 Recruiter of the Guard for question mark. Seems god awful. This is like kind of a weird control-y matchup, but I don't know if it's like this much. We want like Aether Vials and 2 drops. Fuck me. This deck really does not want to go 5-0. My opponent mulligan to 6. Am I happier with a 5 than this hand? Probably. Better quality makes it a 5. And this hand also sucks. We're back to turn 2 Port, turn 3 Jailer, I guess. I'd be able to turn 2 Revoker. But probably not in the blind. I think I'm just going to turn 2 Port. Give me more information as well. My opponent can't like deploy Stoneforge Mystic or anything. I stand by my keep in game 1. I'm not really sure about like the keeps and mulligans of game 2 here, but I stand by keeping that 6 was like totally fine on the play in the blind. Ooh, Aether Vial. I'd rather play Aether Vial and keep porting. They don't have another blue land. Wow, that's rude. Can we not? My opponent does have another blue land. I can't actually recruit her and Mom in the same turn here. What would I even recruit her for in this position? I don't need anything. Also, we don't have double white, so I can't like recruiter chain. I think we're just gonna. Again, we're not tapping their white mana because if they have a plow, they're just gonna fire it off on Mom here. So I'd rather port something that's relevant. Snap Ponder, deal. I think I might revoke Jace the Mind Sculptor here if I'm playing Revoker next turn. It's like the one card I'm pretty scared of at this stage. They shuffled on the Ponder. We draw a worthless plow. Still can't recruit our Wisp Chains. Could recruit Ballista, but that doesn't really do anything. I guess we just revoke Jace and port and just go from there. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Recruit for Stoneforge. I guess I don't hate that either. It's not a horrible idea. Stoneforge is something that could get something going on this board. Now we can port their white mana because they can't just fire off a plow here. We have Manda to back it up. And we can try to constrain them on white mana for something. I don't know what they would have. I don't like my opponent having like 900 more cards in their hand than me, but This deck is squeaked out from worse. Not a lot worse, but some worse things. It's kind of bad. We have a plow, but... Oh, we drew another white source, so that makes me less nervous. We always plow it if they, like, equip attack. Maybe am I recruiting for Wisps now that I have a second white source, though? Maybe. Certainly tempting. Oh, then I'm playing like a Wrath, right? I'm playing pretty hard into a Wrath. Although recruiting for Stone Forge doesn't, like, not play into a Wrath particularly well. I think I can attack with Revoker here. No, maybe not. Makes the GJ less threatening, but equipment is great versus Wrath. Yeah. I mean, Flickers lets me rebuild. The awkward part is that, like, I'm just definitely not going to port them, and that's going to be super suspicious. But if they equip attack... Like, if they just cast Supreme Verdict here, which they very well might. Council's Judgment. I only have 2 mana left. So I think I'm just going to, like, pro-blue my Recruiter of the Guard. And if they vote for that, then... Because they're just going to vote for the Mom otherwise. They'd have... If I get punished by, like, Forcible's blue card, though, right? I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, though. This actually makes them exile the Recruiter, which is not what I want. Maybe I should... Please no force. Nice. Would really I like to have a Stoneforge right here specifically, I guess. Well, now we just have 3 Rashadan ports. I don't even think I'm going to develop this Wisp yet. Because maybe I'm supposed to be porting all their blue mana. Venser, huh? What are you gonna Venser? Make me tap down my Mom and then, like, land plow it? Probably have to, like, flicker rest my Revoker now, put it on GT. Ooh, Thalia is another, I guess, an extra layer of protection that I don't necessarily need to Wisp, since I can't do both this turn. Just tap down a bunch of their white mana. Well, that's horrifying. They do have True Names in their deck. Good thing they can't equip. We have a turn to deploy this Flicker Wisp. This isn't looking good for me, though. Opponent has a lot of good cards against my deck. True name, GT, namely. If they have, like, Snap Council's Judgment at any point, they can just, like, win the game. Oh, that's rude. Notably, they can also start, like, Crocus venturing their own thing. We also have a Crocus now, which don't really know what that means. Snap Judgment costs 6. Well, it costs 5 now because they can Crocus my Thalia, but like if they have a, oh, they can't actually play there. But I don't even know that I want to bounce their Venser. In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't. I guess, yeah, they also have 6 lands, but they can't, like, snap. I guess one more land and they can just snap Judgment. Snap Judgment equip. I don't want to port the Crocus because I feel like they might actually just be planning on picking up their Venser. To try to go for, like, an end step, bounce Revoker, untap, Crocus Venser, try, like, bounce Revoker again, equip GTA, hit. Which is definitely horrifying. Oh, I was supposed to, like, Wasteland their Crocus. I'm an idiot. I forgot I just, like, had a Wasteland in play. Got used to them just not having any basics. I only get to bounce Venser once at least, and I can redeploy Thalia too. Oh man, now they have Jace the Mind Sculptor. They're just brainstorming. This thing's dead though, right? They just Flicker Wisp kill it. Looks like it hit a land drop. So I have 6 lands in play, so if I play Thalia, I can't Vile plus Thalia and double port. I think I'd just rather keep double porting them than develop a pretty useless Aether Vial. Wow, Force Pitch Spell Snare. Alright, here's hoping Flicker Wisp goes all the way now. Just keep porting all the planes that I can. Because planes are the Revoker killing lands. Really need to find just like a better clock. To be honest, I think is like just the best thing we could ask for. Second Crocus is obnoxious, because now we're back to like the Venser concern. feel like they're going to pick up their Venser here. Yep. Yeah, Sword of Fire and Ice seems really strong against them. They do have, like, Disenchant, notably, so they're not just, like, stone dead to it. But yes, Sword of Fire and Ice is generally how you win these matchups. So, this is where it gets very bad for me. My opponent just has, like, Venser plus Plow. If they just cast a Venser with this mana, though, yeah. Alright, that's not nearly as scary. It is scary because they could have, like, a land plus Plow still, but it's much more unlikely. Oh, there's bouncing my Aether Vial? Sure. You got it, boss. These are not super good draws, if I do say so myself. Why didn't they bounce Revoker and equip? I have Mom, so if they target a Revoker, I just, like, Pro Blue it. Actually, yeah, I shouldn't have tapped that Croc, because I'm an idiot. Because now they have exactly enough mana to set up the bounce Revoker on tap. But I can actually just port them, so they have less than 4 mana, so they have to go in on the Venser play, and then I can just recast the Revoker instead of momming it, and then hope they don't have a counterspell. That might honestly be my better play, depending on what I draw, obviously. Second Mom's not bad. Ooh, now they can't cast Venser. Eventually, I feel like they're going to Supreme Verdict me, and that time might be, like, coming soon. Because now they finally have access to double white here. And then we have to just fend off a Venser with a Crocus for a couple turns. While we desperately try to find something. Oh, why did I cast this Mom? I'm a violent one. I'm an idiot. About to get savaged by this, Yeah, there's chat. If I get this Mom swept away by Supreme Verdict, it's gonna be real dumb, and that's looking like exactly what's gonna happen. Because I'm just like complete fucking idiot. Oh, this is just Council Judgment? Oh shit, this is Council Judgment. Oh shit, we're still dead. I mean, we're not dead, but pretty dead, because my opponent actually has exactly 2 mana to equip GTA now. We draw like second Revoker to minimize damage. But yeah, I think. Or like Leonin Relic Warder. Council Judgment is such an excellent representation of democracy at work. Opponent votes for something. I don't want that thing to be exiled. My opinion doesn't matter. Oh, right on time, Flicker Wisp. Would have loved you last. Like, this would have been such a good draw last turn. To set up lethal, also flicker out this GTA for one turn. Like, holy crap. Could we really not have drawn this? Alright, go get him, Battle Moms. So I just have to hold this Wisp, right? Because I'm just not going to do anything with it in play. Just have to, like, hope to figure out something. Although my opponent's probably going to, like, Venser my Vial. Sure. Man, if only I could target this Trinity and flicker it out. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, shit! Hold on! Are we alive? I have to vote for this GTA, unfortunately, and then they clear my Wisp, or clear my Mom, and then I just have a Wisp versus a Venser. I might actually sandbag the Wisp to kill a Venser, too. His mom's dead. I might try to use their Containment Priest to kill their Venser? Is that, like, a viable plan? Well, they just let it happen, too. Never mind, I just get to keep my mom. Deal. Now I might just deploy the Wisp. Just to try to lethal them. They're one land away from Venser... Caracas Venser, but that's fine. They also didn't, like, they didn't ping Mom or gain life. Like, fucking deal. Please Venser my Aether Vial opponent. Oh, Venser the Mom. I guess I'll leave it in play. This opens up, like, Swords of Plowshares being really bad for me, but... Can't play around cards you can't... Or don't play around cards you can't beat. Yeah, they're just gonna, like, play my Wisp. Just put me in the ground here. Draw a second wisp, please, one time. Or like a fucking 5th wisp at this point. So we're pretty toast here. You draw like exactly Stoneforge or Sophie, I think. Prelate not gonna do it. Oh wow, they had the Force too. So we couldn't even have drawn like Sword or... We still have Sword or Stoneforge now. Yeah, I think we're just dead now. Putting his access to Venser. God, if they didn't have Venser, we could actually lethal them with Ballista too. Shit. Wait, if I attack with Moms, put them to 2, can I just cast Ballista for 2 twice? Maybe? I mean, that's my only plan, right? They have 1 card in hand. Oh, come on, please let this work. Oh, God. Oh. Bonus says, fuck all because I missed that GTA. Oh, God. Holy shit. Oh, man. Honestly, I don't even care if we win Game 3 anymore. That was such a good win. Whew. God, I'm tired. I'm so exhausted. The mental strain from that game. Fuck. Ugh. Play to your outs. Play to your outs. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. Alright, so now they have true names in their deck, which is really bad for us. Just nothing good about this match at all. This is a very bad matchup. We got tremendously lucky. There's a chance I'm supposed to be boarding out Thalias, I think, because my opponent just has a bunch of Caracases in their deck. Like, what the hell am I boarding in? Hallowed Spirit Keeper? Not super good against the Plow deck. They also have, like, Containment Priest. I think I do want multiple Plows. They have a lot of non-true name things that I want to kill. Containment Priest. I assume Click somewhere. Vencers. I could see just boarding in, like, all my Plows for, like, shaving Thalias at least. God, my heart is just still going after that game too. 100% because they missed the GT there. Could have gained his 2 life and like taken a mom off the board. I am like surprisingly good at like beating true name GTA connections on stream. Done it a surprising amount of the time. I guess this is fine. God, good old Ballista for 4. Alright, this is a keepable hand. This is just a hand of good castable magic cards. It's not like we're mulling to oblivion this time. Notably, my opponent does have Supreme Verdict in the deck. Oh, fuck yeah. Drew Aether Vial. My opponent pitched a Supreme Verdict to a Force of Will last time. So we do have to play around those. Opponent plays Stoneforge. That is scary. They find GTA this time. We have Council's Judgment, which is nice. Yeah, Ballista's gotten a lot of kills. Kind of want to develop Mom here. Not sure, but it's like so mana inefficient. Guess I'm supposed to like Stoneforge for Sword of Fire and Ice. Ooh, my opponent is stuck on mana. That is good for me. So if I play Revoker plus Mom, my opponent can put in the GTA, untap, hit a 3rd land drop, plow Revoker, equip to Stoneforge, attack, kill either the Mom or the Stoneforge, but we can untap and Council's Judgment it, and that requires them to hit a land off the top and have a plow in hand. Maybe I wasn't supposed to attack, just so I could, like... Oh, no, we're fine. They could counter this Council Judgment, then we're a little scared, but... We still have, like, Mom plus Revoker to protect it now. Alright, we've killed their GTA. That is so good for us. Still not worth attacking, I don't think. It's like no good attacks here. That's pretty scary. Less scary than if they had a GTA in play, that's for sure. If we had a land, that would be amazing. Not great, but still. The greedy play Crusader, equip sword, do it later. I guess should be a little bit concerned about disenchant, but can't really play around that. I'm gonna play around click by putting this sword into play sorcery speed though. Click is a card that makes a lot of sense in my opponent's deck. Stone, is that Stoneforge? Oh crap! I'm gonna ignore that fall for a second. Sorry, I only have 5 minutes left on this clock. The line here is obviously just a wisp their Stoneforge Mystic. So there's a chance that the line there was wisp my Stoneforge Mystic. That plays into Judgment. Oh, yeah, fuck it. Well, that's not scary. I think I'm gonna just proactively use this Mom to take this Jace off the board. Was it Stoneforge? That yes, Stoneforge. Thank you for the follow at a very apt time. Ooh, now it's harder to proactively use the Mom. Missing land drops again is rough. I could always just Flicker Wisp my Revoker and keep waiting. Flicker Wisp my Revoker, put it on Jace. Keep waiting. But now I'm concerned about Supreme Verdict at that point. I think I just need to take this Jace off the table. Yeah, so they do have Plow here. If I had drawn a land, I could have like played a Thalia first, which would have been much better. Now I guess we Wisp for Batterskull. So if they Verdict me, I think we can beat a Jace on board. Like, we have the tools to fight a Jace on board. Not necessarily being able to beat it, because they get a draw. You get a Brainstorm every turn, but... Gotta be wary of Venser if they have a bunch of mana untapped. Also just have to close this game. Is it Supreme Verdict? Yeah, that's what I figured. Perfect time for Swords of Plowshares. I guess the plan is just run out Crusader? We can't, like, double spell, or else I would cast 2 creatures, but we can't hit a 4th land drop ever. They can always down tick on the Jace to slow down the Crusader, but then that gets in the range of ballistating it for 2, if, again, we hit the 4th land. We have a lot of cards in hand. Yeah. Stoneforge for, like, Batterskull? Yeah, that's fine. If only I had an Ancient Tomb. Please don't counter this. Alright. Killing killing Jace, relevant. Hopefully don't have a follow-up Jace. Sure, Brainstorm, I guess. Ballista fucking hard carrying the team. I hope they hardcast Force of Will on this. I don't see a world in which they would ever, but... they just want to, like, cast a spell here. Snap Brainstorm or something first. I'm just going to slam Crusader and pass. Crusader helps block Batterskull if they don't have more removal, but I imagine if they're just firing off the Snapcaster on a Brainstorm instead of a Plow, that they have a plan for Mirror Crusader. Wastelanding seems pretty irrelevant when my opponent has 9,000 lands in play. You pay a mana for that, and if you do that, you don't get to Batterskull. My opponent appears to want to Force a Will this when they lost that life there. But the Thalia makes it. That's why we play Thalia first. Try to tax opponent's spells so they can't. Yeah. Opponent just decides Batterskull's better. So now we notably know that they have a Force of Will in hand. Hopefully they forget that the Germ is black. Which they do, it looks like. Sweet. Opponent swears again in chat. Can I just not punt multiple times per match, please, says the opponent. I think I'm just going to try to plow the Stoneforge. See if it works out. Oh, it costs 2 mana, right? Opponent can force this, but I'm also totally fine if they force this. Pitching Spell Snare, sure. They can pick up Batterskull and put it back in with Stoneforge if they want. Which they probably should do here. Yeah. That's fine. We're not in any danger of dying. Oh, they did it the fancy way. The correct way. They also have like a... They can't cast a Plow. Two mana Brainstorm, sure. If they attack with Germ, I think I'm blocking with Thalia and picking it up with Karakas, just to prevent lifelink. They need to Brainstorm into a Plow. Opponent says, I punted so hard twice. This game is a shame. Yeah, fair. They did make some not great plays. Well, that's not going to work out for you. know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just trying to play my game of Magic. We should be pretty fine here, though. Opponent needs a lot to come back from this. Not replying to their tilt bait. Well played. I just, like, back to basics. Got me. I'm probably supposed to, like, flicker out the thing in case of, like, a Venser or like, a Plow. That's fine. I need to play faster. Panic. Panicking. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just, like, freaking out. Should, like, played Vile. They actually get to, like, gain some life here, which is annoying, but I'm just gonna grab Leona Relic Warrior to get rid of that Batter Skull, which I probably should have done last turn instead of the Wisp. But, like, I fucked up pretty bad. Equip. Oh, yeah, that's fair. So I can prevent their damage. I still have, like, pretty close to lethal, right? This Wisp is still just lethal by itself, with Sword on it. They have one card in hand. Yeah, they're just dead. Alright, sweet. We did it. We did it! We did it! It was correct, but still lethal. Yeah, it was fine. I was playing, like, pretty poor in that last turn, because I was pretty sure there was, like, very, very little way we could lose. Could have just equipped the sword instead of playing with Thalia or whatever. Oh, man. That was the 5-0, too. I actually had completely forgotten we were playing for the trophy. Just because that game 2 was so fucking stressful. Oh my god. Oh, that was awesome. What a fucking match. Opponent did punt a couple times there, but, like, that's life. Oof. Trophied. What a match. What a league. Well, that was awesome. That was a super good game to end it on, and it's really late, so I'm gonna go to bed, especially because I need to do my, like, normal 5-0 post after this. But I started 30 minutes late, ended 30 minutes late. That's about right. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. That was a good fucking league. Let's go find someone to host. Not time to run it back. No, I'm good. I burned a lot of my luck. There. I lit a lot of my luck on fire. Who's playing Legacy tonight? Caleb. This guy, wow, 91 viewers? I don't know who Nola Gold is, but he's playing 4-color loan. Did we play against Nola Gold? Hang on. No. My 4-color loan player was this guy, I think. What was Nicaraz? Oh, Dredge. Yeah. I've recalled this name before. But anyway, whatever. Challenge trade displays. I'm missing a lot of stuff. Oh, is this Jody Keith? Is that who this is? That would explain why he's... Oh, yeah, that is Jody motherfucking MF Keith. Anyway. Playing 4-color loan. Maybe that's why I recognize the name. Anyway, Nasu, what this? So why Ballista? Just go as soon as I post this video to YouTube. Go watch that last match against Blue White Stoneblade, and you'll see why Ballista was so great. Ballista was really good this league. We killed a guy at 4 life with a Ballista for 4. We killed a Jace at 2 with a Ballista for 2. It's just a very flexible card in a lot of fair matchups where like there are important things to ping, like in the mirror or against Grixis, where you can ping off Strixes and stuff. And you can tutor with Recruiter. It's just it's very good. Definitely earned his keep today, that's for sure. Killed an opponent, killed a Jace. Got me that trophy. Anyhow, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you had a good time. That was a really exciting match. We 5-0'd. We got the trophy. First trophy we've got this since this league started last month. And it was definitely well fought. A lot of 2-1s in here. Anyway, if you want to support the channel some more, you can follow, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free. Help you know when I'm going live. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote and Thraben-themed subscription badge in the chat. And donations, I'd be more than happy to test drive your Death and Taxes list if you want to see it played through a league, Modern or Legacy. Just hit me up beforehand. We're going to be playing Yaz's Ancient Tomb Death and Taxes deck on Wednesday, I think. I think that's the plan. Anyway, other than that, you can subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Twitter. Twitter is when I post when I'm going live and other Magic-related content. And YouTube is where I post all my streams after they're done here. So this one's going to go up. Very exciting, 5-0. This is a very fun one. I'm probably going to post this one in the Discord after, just because of how good of a last match that was. Gotta come up with some sick puns for the stream. All right, looking forward to them. Yes. Anyway, catch you guys all tomorrow with whatever the heck I'm going to play tomorrow. Let's go host this Jody Keith fellow. Oh, this is in theater mode. That's why I can't host. Anyway, catch you guys all later.